You all come on up in here. Because one thing that I'm not going to do is sit back and let my daughters think that they can disrespect me for anything in my whole life. And all I did was always try to protect them. Huh?
No, I ain't gonna tell me he ain't got that little piece of blood out there.
Not that.
She done got it and went on. I'm gonna slay her.
I'm going to sit myself back. Because what I'm going to do is, what I don't want to do is say anything out of the ordinary, okay? When it comes to either one of my daughters. All right? You all want to sit back and think that you can analyze and say anything and say this and say that and try to sit back and take sides. But one thing that I'm not going to do is sit back and go toe to toe with daughters, okay? With daughters. I'm going to hold my peace. I'm going to hold my peace because I'm trying not to break down, because I raised these daughters right here, okay? I raised them. I'm not going to sit back and talk about anything in the past because God has already taken that away from me, all right? I don't have to sit back and bring my daughter onto my life when I know what her and her sister been doing all this time. Okay? I'm not getting ready to do that. I'm not getting ready to sit back and go back and forth with a daughter that's been over there with her sister that said things to me, said things about me that is not true. See, one thing that my daughters don't know is the things that I hid from them years ago, okay? I don't want to bring those things up from years ago. I tried to bury those things and what I went through, okay? But they want to sit back and try to analyze and, baby, let me not even sit back and say anything, because the only thing that I can say is I'm going to put God in their hands. Because one thing that they're going to have to realize is that you only have one mother. You only have one mother. And you're supposed to honor your mother no matter what. No matter what. You honor your mother. People say things out of hatred. They do things out of hatred. Only thing that I always tried to do was try to build a life. Not just for myself, but for them. You think I'm getting ready to bring my daughter on my page? Curling on my page after she went and said anything about some praline candy? Where did she get that from? Why did she bring that up? Why did she bring that up? Why are the two of them against their own mother? I don't do anything to them. I'm sorry that this even have to come to the internet. But she must have forgot where she was trying to get you all to agree with her the other day. Am I right or am I wrong? That's what she was saying. Am I right or am I wrong? Well, she said, I can just say that my mother shouldn't have came to the internet about my sister stabbing me. That's my story. It's not her story to sit back and tell. But if I sit back and tell you all the real story of the whole situation, you all will see where it all come from, okay? But I'm not going to do that. I'm a mother first than anything else. Then my daughter say that she can blow the whole internet up. No, I can blow the whole internet up, okay? But I'm not going to do that. You want to know why? Because I'm bigger and I'm older than them. Hatred goes a long ways. And it doesn't mean just because you have kids and you have family members, it doesn't mean that they don't have hate towards you, especially if you have a family member that brings them against you. Okay? One thing that I will never do is try to bring hatred. Baby, there's so many things that I can say. I don't need to say it to you all because it's not you all's business. I tried to sit back and just try to look over things all these years. You know when it came back was when my sister was in that hospital. You all really just don't know. You think you know, but you really don't know. All this has not just been for me. It's from what happened from my sister. When I went to that hospital and I spoke very highly of my sister, and her daughters said things they didn't like, what the good praise that I was giving my sister. I said nothing out of the ordinary. Baby, y'all, I'm going to keep. You going through that with your daughter? One thing that I would never ever do is sit back and let somebody else boggle my mind. There's things that I can say that I never even say to them. Okay? Who gets upset with their own mother and go on the internet and talk about things that are not true? Things that I hid from them being a kid. Sometimes in life as parents, you do things and you hide things from kids to take the pain away from them so that I won't have pain, they won't have pain, and you get away from it. And that's what I did. So if a person want to fault me from getting away from the pain and the hurt, fault me all you want to do. But this pain and hate come from when my daughter put that lying bull crap on social media. Okay? See, my daughter Curly, she don't even know the whole truth from when she was a kid. And what I had to hide from her. What I had to hide from her sisters. You all, please don't do that. Please don't do that. What hurt me the most is that how I have two daughters going against me. Going against me. For what? What you going against your mother for? No child should ever go against their mother. At all. Who have so much anger in their heart to do that? I just truly just don't know. And then she want me to bring her on the internet and we have a discussion on the internet. Baby, I'm not bringing you on no internet. And then soon as you saw that I wasn't bringing you on no internet, you hurry up and go live. For what? What you going live for? You said what you wanted to say already. Your sister said what she wanted to say. And you want to talk about taking sides? You and your sister did that. I'm the very first, I'm the one who protected you from your sister way back then. Stop playing with me. I'm the one who protected you from your sister way back then. And you want to do this to me? This is going to be my last time even talking to you all. Because see, I've been on the internet for a long time. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not saying anything. I am not saying anything at all. I'm going to let them say everything that they have to say. I'm not saying nothing. I've been silent all these years. I kept a lot of things from my daughters all these years. And I will never, expose what I went through. Okay? And God blessed me to be who I am here today. And it's still on. I'm quite sure I was on her live the other day when somebody kept coming on there and saying something about her sister, why her sister did this, and then all of a sudden, why would you go on there and say, well, you could just say, well, why did my mother go and say, why did her sister stab her? Or am I right or am I wrong? That's what she kept saying. Y'all remember that? Who goes against their mother to say something like that? And you know your mother was stabbed. You know that's a hurtful part in her whole heart. Who would do that? No one should ever do that. Your child should never do that. You know, but she want me to go on her. She want me to bring her on my live. Girl, I'm not bringing you on my live. It's a difference between right and wrong. Because see, if I sit back and talk about things from way back then when they were just little bitty kids and how I really protect them when they was little bitty kids, and how I took all the heat and the fall for all that, and I had to get away from it. Don't do that to me. Because I'm going to let all of you all know on this internet, what they doing to me is really, really hurting me. I can't even see the light. I can come on here with a smile. I broke down today because I didn't know why. Why would they do? Why would those two go against me like that? You all have no idea. You and your daughter have a problem. No, me and my daughter don't have a problem, okay? Let me explain that to you. Me and my daughter don't have a problem. The problem comes within them, within themselves, okay? It don't come within me. How many of y'all in y'all's life has sat back and went through any trials and tribulations as a kid or as an adult or anything like that? We all went through trials and we went through tribulations. I know I did. But I don't have to sit here and explain to you all what I went through and how I did go through that and how I got away from those problems and those trials and those tribulations. Okay? I don't need no family therapy because let me tell you why I don't need family therapy. If I was able to get by it and get by my job and get by my life and get by this and get by that without going through that. See, the only time a person needs family therapy is if they keep dwelling on the past, okay? And then when the past goes to get to them, when the past get to them and they can't understand the past, they start thinking things in their head. Things that's not even there. See, I've never had that problem. Because God has taken all anything that ever happened to me in the past away from me to where I don't have to remember that. But guess what they're doing now? They're trying to bring all that back to me. Because they want to see me hurt. When they are truly the hurt ones. I always thought you moved by her. Tanette, you always thought I moved by who? Baby, I moved by myself, okay? I don't know. I'm not understanding what you're saying. And it doesn't matter who moved by who and who stayed by where and where they live and where they go and where they came from. No, that's her coming on my live because she wanted to come on my live to address her. What I look like trying to address something to my daughter on live? What I look like bringing her to my live so we can address something? Baby, there's nothing that we can address on live. What we can do is address it in front of each other and not on live. I don't need to do that. I really don't. Baby. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for refraining from talking about it. Because one thing that I wouldn't have never did, I wouldn't have never bought anything. If me and my daughters had something going on and it wasn't right, I wouldn't have never got on social media and talked about anything. Anything to speculate from. And it's not for the public. So why would I allow her to come on my live? I'm not stupid. They want me to do that. They want me to do that. Because when you have people, you have your own daughters that gang up on you, baby, don't, Lordy. I was sitting on my live minding my own business. Minding my own business, okay? You can't make me be somebody that I'm not. Hey, baby, if it hits social media and it's a rap, it's just going to be a rap. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, I'm not a rap. Because social media, most of them are on social media because they got to be on social media, okay? I'm retired. I collect four payments every month, okay? So social media is not for me. If it's not for me, it's not for me. If they want to try, if my own daughters want to try to destroy me, let them try to destroy me. And you all gonna sit back and look at them as if they're right. Who sits back and try to destroy their own mother? Communication is not the key when you already been communicating, okay? If you all don't know anything about going on, if you all want to sit back and analyze and see and think about what my daughter said on that live, that's not true. We talked just yesterday. There were some things that she never even understood on why I did this and why I did that, why I protect them and why I didn't protect them and why I know I protect them. Don't come on here and try to figure out some shit. There's a whole lot of things I hear from my daughters that I did not want them to know. Because if I'm a good parent, you'll never bring anything out of the ordinary to your own daughters to where it's going to hinder them. Because see, sometimes you can bring hindrance to your own self. You can analyze and think things and bring it to yourself to where no one else is looking at that but you. Baby, you tell me. You tell me, Janita. You tell me why. All you got to do is listen to the lives. All you have to do is listen to the lives. I'm like a little kid at the candy store. That's sitting back and hoping and praying that I don't leave this earth. But the thing that I've always did and try to do for them is give them a foundation. And they're not understanding what that foundation really means. Love over matter always go further than anything else in this world. You go against your mother, you have to reap what you sow. I don't care what you, the subliminal things that you put on social media. Think about what you're putting on there. Think about what, you got to think about what you say and what you do when you put anything on social media. There's already people out there that want me to be this bad person. But see, if I get out there and really speak upon some things and clear myself up, y'all gonna be wilding out, okay? But I choose not to do that. And I would have never did that. So the question is, why do you have daughters that are against their own mother and coming against their own mother on social media to give people something to talk about? And all I've ever did was sit back and work my job, retire from my job, sell my house to build one, and they still coming back at me about something else. Where is the root of that problem? Because see, I don't think about those kind of things. That's how I was able to progress with my life, okay? But see, when some people have things going on in their life, they don't know how to function in their life, okay? My only non-functioning stage is when I sold my house and moved to that damn country. So all these other people want to sit back on the internet and want to try to analyze me without knowing the real story. My daughters don't even know the real story. You want to know why? Because I never spoke about a real story when it came to them as being kids. All right? Because every parent do not have to turn a parent against the next parent. All right? So if a person want to hold me responsible for being a real parent, opposed to being a parent that would go back and talk about their kid's dad, their kid's mother, or whomever it is. If you want to hold me responsible for that, you do that. But stop listening to everything that you hear on the internet and it's not true. Sometimes people say things out of hurt and they've been wanting to say things out of hurt. Because they can't seem to get the shit out of their own mind. Honor their mother. I'm so tired of this. I am so freaking tired of this. There's things that I just don't say. I'm just so freaking tired of this. One thing that I've always did was be a mother to my daughters. I've always taken care of them. Now, if they got up into an age to where that they wanted to do whatever they wanted to do, and I was not going to accept it, and I got to put my foot down on it, and you have another sister that's trying to tell them something different, baby, don't blame that on me. Because that just only means that I done moved on with my life. I didn't find life. I did not find life until I reached my damn near 30s, okay? In my damn near 30s. I didn't reach life. I ain't never did no drugs, never did nothing. But how you gonna try to sit out there and try to make your mother be out to be somebody that she's not? Because you didn't understand life. You couldn't figure out life. You couldn't figure out which way to go. You couldn't figure out which way not to go. Don't blame that on me. I don't care what Tanette Ham have to say. She's irrelevant to me. She's like a thorn in my ass, okay? And I don't give a damn what she say. What she say at all. Because anybody that sit back and think that it's okay for a child to go against their mother, that protect them as a kid, Tanette Ham, if you don't know what's going on, mind your business, please. Do that. That's what I want you to do. You all listen to one thing, a whole 30-minute segment of what my daughter went on there and said. But do you all know, after we had a talk yesterday? Okay, after we had a talk yesterday, she apologized to me because the things that I had to sit back and tell her that I hid from them when they was kids. Why do I have to be punished for me protecting my own kids from way back in the day? And why is it still coming up 45 years later? Tell me that. Who does that? And then you want to sit back and say, oh, well, my Facebook page is going good and I just don't want to interrupt. But you already interrupted everybody. How you going to say that your Facebook page has been going up good? You only been on Facebook for 6-7 months. And then you're going to say your page is going good. But you done fucked mine up. With that bullshit that you said on social media. Stop playing with me. I want all of y'all to stop playing with me. And I'm saying it right now. I am who I am. Not who the next person want me to be. Satan is right there. It's like my family members want me to be so down and so underneath the ground because they don't understand. How did I make it through? I made it through the grace of God, not who you all want me to be. Stop freaking playing with me. And I've been trying to keep my peace here. I've really been trying to keep my peace. And I'm not going to tell you all that I did not break down earlier today and I had to leave Lisa's house and I left and went and sat at a park. And I tried my best not to cry. I did. Because I'm not understanding why they are trying to do this to me. I don't care what that Tanette Ham says. People know exactly what they're doing. Just observe. And they know what they're saying. Just observe. When I sat back yesterday and I explained some things to my daughter yesterday and I told her some things that I had to go through back in the day. Okay? You know what she told me? Well, I had no idea. You know what I told her? I don't have to tell you all anything. My whole thing was to protect them. It wasn't about me. It was about them. But why is this coming up 45 years later? Explain that to me. 45 years later. Why is it coming up? Why is it coming up 45 years later? People want to destroy me so bad because they don't want me to be who I am. They want me to be who they want me to be. People out there speaking upon me and my life, and my daughter out there making deals with them where you don't talk bad about my mama, you don't, and this and that. Why? You the one who brought it to the internet. But now all of a sudden you want to protect your page after you done fucked my page up? Why you want to go war with your? Why you want to go war with your mother? Who wants to go war with their own mother? You don't know. And I try, and I sit back, and I smile for you all. I say this and I say that. I try to be happy. I try to come up with something. I try. I've been trying all my life. And people think it's okay to sit back and try to continue to try to bring somebody down. But I want to tell you all one thing. And I want to tell you something for sure. I'm at Lisa's house. And one thing that I don't want to do is disrupt her house. But one thing that I do know, we have been friends for years. And she know that I am not that type of person. We can sit here, we can laugh, we can have fun, we can do this and we can do that. But I can tell you this. What my daughter did to me, it hurt me a whole lot. It broke me down today. I'm not going to tell you that it didn't. So when you sit back and you don't see a person, and you know that you have did all that you can do to try to help them and try to go this way and go that way, and because this child doesn't understand how life really goes, and then you want to sit back and blame your mother? You want to sit back and blame me for being stabbed? You want to sit back and blame me for somebody else's actions? It's not supposed to work that way, boo. Before my mother passed away, I was angry with my mother way back in the day because of the life that she lived. But you know what? God saw me and he said, you got to find her. I was angry with my mother because of the things that she did with her life. We grew up, we had a good life growing up. I'm not going to tell you that we didn't have a good life growing up, because we did. We had a damn good life growing up. No one is going to tell me anything different about my mother. I was angry with my mother only because of the choice that she made in her life. And I don't have to tell you all what choice she made in her life. But I can tell you this, I didn't have a mother house to go to and go eat Thanksgiving dinner, or go eat Christmas, or Christmas, or me receiving a birthday gift, or me receiving, or I didn't have a dad to go to, okay? So I'm quite sure there's a lot of us on this internet that didn't have a mother to go to. There's a lot of us on this internet that didn't have a dad to go to. I didn't know my dad. I didn't have a dad. I didn't meet my dad until 3 years before he passed away. And I truly believe that God set it up like that, okay? Because see, sometimes when God, he see you, he see your heart, he see your pain, he see everything. But I didn't have any pain back then. Even though I didn't grow up with my dad, I didn't have any pain. I didn't know who my dad was. But it didn't hinder me at all. It wasn't for nothing for me to sit back and think about. It wasn't nothing for me to sit back and antagonize somebody else because I didn't have that. They didn't have it, and they want you to not have it. But if you want to fault me for anything, fault me for being private and protecting my daughters, okay, through life. But because you didn't have a dad growing up, your biological dad growing up, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Okay, it wasn't the end of the world for me. I still was able to retire from the city of Houston. I was still able to find me a good job. I was still able to do that. I was still able to get past these two total knee replacements. I was still able to get past this foot breaking. I was still able to get past this shoulder. I got so many metal pieces in my body that God has blessed me with. And you mean to tell me that you're not sitting back and praising your mom for who she is, not who you want her to be? I'm guilty. Let me tell you why I'm guilty. I'm guilty because I protect my daughters, okay? But if you have one that don't understand about that protection, I don't know what else to say. You know, I wouldn't have even came on here. Let me tell you all something. It don't take a rocket science to see what's going on. Okay? It doesn't take a rocket science to see what's going on. There's things that I know about, I done heard, and I just don't say it. Okay? We have to be blessed and grateful, you know? We have to look at things like that. Because if I could sit back and tell you all my true testimonies, you all would be like, damn. You'd be like, damn, you still here? Yes, I am. I'm still here. I'm still here. But I think they're trying to break me. My own daughters are trying to break me. And I just said earlier today, I called my daughter Chrissy and I told her, I don't know how much more I can take, because when you look at things that's coming from your own daughters that's coming against you, I even told it to my daughter Cherie, why would you do that? And you know it's not true. Just because I kept things from them, it doesn't mean I was trying to hurt them. I was really trying to protect them, as I was trying to protect myself. So you all can sit back and you can look at me as being with the next person. A lot of you have been following me for so many years. Okay? And I never showed you all anything different unless somebody was bothering me. But why in the world would it come to my own daughters coming against me? Who does that? Come on now. Don't forget that you went on your live and you said something about some praline candy and I should be proud of you. The heck? Where they come from? Who talks against their mother like that? I ain't never went on my live and said anything about you out of the ordinary. Never. The more they talk, the more you all will see. Okay? It's not me. It doesn't start with me. And if you all don't understand, you'll never understand. I'm not trying to come between anybody or anything. I was on this internet before they even thought about getting on the internet. Okay? I helped them. They didn't help me. All right? As I would help anyone else. I done lost views. because of my daughter, my daughter Carolyn. I told her long time ago, when they had them things going on, stuff going on with Carmen and Tay, stop doing it. I begged her to stop because you're going to jeopardize my page. And she kept going, and she kept going, and she kept going, and she kept going, and she kept going. And it hindered my page. Whatever your fake page is, go and find you somebody else to play with when it comes to a married man, okay? Go find somebody else's page to mess with. My daughter has never said that about me. You go back and kind of think about anything that you want to say and what you want to feel and how you want to feel. You know how many people that sit back and mess with, and if it is true, you know how many people sit back and mess with a married man, or a married man mess with a married woman, and a married this and a married that? It won't be the first, and it sure the fuck won't be the last. So go find you somebody else to play with. You think that that's going to hurt me? That don't hurt me. Because my daughters have never said anything about that. I done had a niece that messed with a whole married man and had kids by him, okay? Go find you somebody else to play with, because I'm not the one for you to fuck with, okay? If you can't come to my face and say that bullshit that you saying, don't say that bullshit at all. Okay? Because there's a whole lot of people out there, they can't even get their own life together. You can't even get your own life together because you on here messing with my page. Okay? My daughter has never said anything like that. That's what you all speculate. That's what you all want to be said. That's what y'all... Baby, don't make me say what I want to say, because you know what? I will fuck your whole world up when it comes to that, okay? Mind your business, because what we got going on over here, I don't give a damn what my daughter put on there, all right? Say what you want to say. You just an outsider trying to look in just like the next person. If you know so much, come to the front table. Come to the front table. I'll give you something to really talk about. All right? I will give you something to talk about quick, fast, and in a hurry. I bet your mama, maybe your sister, your brother, maybe your uncle, maybe your niece, I bet one of them probably talked to a married man, or probably talked to somebody that had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. But you know what? That still doesn't define a person. It doesn't define a person at all. What it does is define the character and the person that you are, to come on this live and say something about that like you gonna hurt me. Like I'm gonna sit back and tell you, ooh, this shit, yeah. But go find you somebody else to play with. Fuck the dumb shit. My mom used to always say, fuck the dumb shit. You a dumb shitter. Get the fuck out of here. And if I do mess with one, I won't be the first, and I sure in the hell won't be the last. I'm quite sure it's somebody at somebody motel, hotel, Holiday Inn that's messing with somebody's man, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's girlfriend. They got girlfriends that's messing with girlfriends and boyfriends, and they're all out there having fights and orgies and everything else. And you want to sit over here and worry about me? Yeah. I'm going to let you say what you want to say. Leroy Hunter, I'm going to say what you want to say. You're not going to break me. I don't give a damn what you say. Leroy Hunter, fake page. You think you're going to come on here, you found you another fake page to go to, you found somebody else's page to steal, go steal somebody else's page, because that's exactly what you do. You're not going to break me, okay? I'm going to still be with this beautiful smile and these high cheeks. You know what these high cheeks represent? I'm a strong-ass woman. You can't steal my soul, okay? So the moment you feel like you can't steal my soul, one day you're going to stop trying to, because you're not going to be able to. Can you all please report the Leroy Hunter person, because it's a fake page? Get him. Get that person. You're not going to hurt me. You think because I'm broken a little bit, you think I'm going to break down on this internet in front of you? The only thing that ever broke me down was when my sister did what she did to me. But you know what? You cannot break me down, and you cannot take my soul, baby. But one day God is going to take your soul for you being the person that you are. So go find you somebody else to play with, boo. They're so jealous. They're so jealous, and they hateful. And family personal issues shouldn't be on social media. But I can tell you this: if I want to talk about what happened to me, what my sister did to me, what she did to me and stabbed me, I could talk about that if I want to. That's my issue, not your issue. Okay? It's a difference between a lie and an issue. Okay? What you want to call an issue, I don't know what you call an issue. Make yourself make clear, okay? Because if I want to get on live and talk about what my sister did to me, and I turn around and I forgive her for what she did for me, I can do that. I don't care about what anybody say on this internet. Peach, I wouldn't give a damn what you say on what I say on the internet, or what anybody else say on the internet. But what you will not do, you will never do. You will never be able to break me. If you so worried about anybody telling any business on social media, why are you coming in up under a fake page? That's what I want to know. Why are you under a fake page? You can't even reveal yourself because you fake. You up under a fake page. You can't even reveal yourself. And you had the nerves to come in and try to comment. Because see, Rose Maxie, she have a real profile up there. And I know she real. But you not real, boo. Y'all want to break me so bad, but it'll never happen. It's not going to happen. Exactly, Alicia. They want to come on here. Y'all want to know how long they've been trying to break me, and they still haven't been able to break me. Only thing that bothers me is a person coming on social media and lying, because they don't understand how life really goes when you're a kid. Okay? When you're a kid and you think that you're supposed to just jump and just do things out of the ordinary, and things are supposed to be peaches and cream. Okay? There's nothing that's peaches and cream. I have 4 daughters. That doesn't mean because I have 1 daughter, I'm supposed to give 3 daughters up. Okay? Just because. Exactly. No, Karine, she's not new. She's a troll. That person, we're not even going to call that person a her or he. Whatever it is, it's a he, she. It's coming from those people over there. Y'all got to understand, it's coming from the people, but I don't care what they say. And Linda Pettis, I really don't care about any views at all. I don't care about any views. See, a lot of them, they sit back and they worry about the views because they need them. They're not retired like I am. They're not retired and accepting, and I'm getting checks for retirement and getting Social Security. They're not retired like I am. They worry about the views. I'm not worried about what I like coming on here doing is entertaining you all with good food. But they seem to want to. They wouldn't seem to want to stop that. They don't want that to happen. Okay. They're the ones that got to sit back and beg and all that kind of stuff on social media. All right. So, and I appreciate you saying that it's 1,000 people. I don't care about those 1,000 people. I really don't. Because part of those 1,000 people are only on here for drama. They want to hear drama. They want to get something so they can go back to their page and talk about whatever they hear and say. And then when they get there and they talk about it, they're going to either snip out some of the script, or they're not going to tell the whole part of what's going on. They're only going to say what they want to put on there. They're going to take some of the stuff, some of it off, and they're not going to say everything. And then they're going to start analyzing what they want with the next person to try to figure out what they doing or what they saying. You like them oxtails. And I'm going to keep on smiling. I told my daughter earlier, the only thing that would ever get with everything, the only thing that would give to me is what my daughter went on social media and said. Okay, that's the only thing, because I'm still not understanding that. Okay. And then, but then when I talked to her today, or was it yesterday? When I talked to her yesterday, she said, "Well, I didn't know that." She said, "I didn't know that." But you know what? I don't have to sit back. I've always been a parent. And I have one of my daughters on here right now. I've always been a parent. I've never told them anything different about their father. When their father passed away, he passed away as a hero. Okay? To them. Because I never down talk to my daughters about their father. And vice versa with my oldest daughter. Same thing. Sometimes people just don't understand how things go in life. Okay? Everything is not like it's supposed to be, like we want it to be. Like I said, I didn't grow up with my father. I didn't know my father. I grew up with a stepfather. We went to the military. We here, we there. I'm not going to stop smiling, Kathy. That's what they want me to do. But I told my daughter, my other daughter today, because I just, what I can't get over, and it's really hard for me, is what my oldest daughter went online and said. But then she want to tell me that she's trying to progress her page. But you done messed me up. But you trying to progress your page. You trying to grow your page after you done went on there and said something about me. Make that shit make sense. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, daughter. I love you. But what you said and the things that you said is just not adding up. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. That's what hurts me. That's what's hurting me. That's what's hurting me. I gotta get me some water. Exactly. That I don't tell kids, D-Nice. I ain't never told them anything. My daughters can sit back and tell you, except for my oldest daughter, because she analyzed and said things that she wanted to say. And I'm not going to get over what you did and what you said to me, daughter, because it's still hurting me here today. Because you just didn't know. Because you feel like I didn't, because you looked at things in your own way, but you never looked at it in my way. And how I was trying to protect you all. And you want to try to do this to me? You want to try to make me look like I'm the bad person? No, go get the fuck out of here. I'll be right back. I gotta go pay my water bill.
Look, life sounds pretty great. Don't let Buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
As promised, our eyes are to the skies overnight tonight for showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be on the strong to severe side. Here in the Metroplex, I think the primary concerns will be large wind winds. This time of year, we can never rule out a tornado, although that flow numbers is low, it's not back zero. Better opportunities or with the more favorable for tornadic development is that low to our west. That's how it's the big country with only Texas and the west of Oklahoma. Right? Winds 50, 60, even up to 70 miles per hour. We're talking about 1 inch in diameter hail or larger also possible.
I'm sorry that I'm going through this too. And the only thing that I ever tried to do was protect my daughters from way back in the day. But now I got to sit back and relive my protection from back then. And me keeping things a secret from them. Was I wrong for keeping things a secret from them? Or should I have been a person that sat back and told them what was really going on? No. I still don't feel that I'm wrong. But what I feel is that what my daughter did. And I wouldn't have never said anything if Curlin wouldn't have came on my page and trying to get me to come on and say, well, let's talk about it. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why you want to come against your mother, Curlin? Why are you trying to come against me? Tell these people why you want to come against your mother. Seriously. Who does that? I have never said anything to you out of the ordinary about my daughter at all. I have never said anything to you about my daughters, either one of my daughters at all. But what I did say was something about my sister, okay? So they want to hold me accountable because I spoke my truth. And they want to analyze, but they're not telling what they did and what they said. I don't have to get into it to tell you all how I protect them. I didn't have to speak to my daughters and tell them what was going on in life. I hid so much from them till it's unreal, till it hurt me. It hurt me. But God helped me over. He helped me cure. I cured that through the grace of God. And I forgot. I tried to forget about it. I tried to forget about it through the grace of God until my daughter brought that crap up. It's like they want me to live a life that I never want to live ever again in life. And then you all want to sit back and try to analyze me for me protecting my daughters. I don't have to tell you all why and when and how I protect them. Just because one daughter don't understand. I'm not that person. I'm still who I am. Teen cares. Go and find somebody else to play with your fake page. Go find somebody. Let me just let you keep on talking. I wouldn't give a damn in what you say. Chase Jackson, truth be told, Miss Mary, they really didn't say anything about you or disrespected you. They say they was just speaking on truth. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some Marion in it. You said that they really didn't say anything about me. They was just speaking truth. What you tell me what is the truth? You tell me what's the truth between a lie. You're not going to get me that way, boo, at all. Because you want to know why you're not going to get me that way? It's because you wasn't there when I was raising my daughter. You wasn't there when the things was going on. You wasn't there. You don't know a goddamn thing about a truth and a lie. So go find you somebody else to play with. Because my life is not for you to play with. And you're going, well, let truth be told. What is your truth, sucker? What is your truth? You tell me what is your truth. Were you there? Were you there? You wasn't there. Only thing that you can do is speculate. So go find your speculating ass and go find you a Curious George book to read. Because over here is the wrong reading for you. Okay? Go find you somebody else to play with. You don't know a goddamn thing over here. Okay? But I know my life. Y'all want me to be so bad. Y'all want me to be this bad person to where you will say anything on the internet to try to make me to be somebody that I'm not. Go find you somebody else to play with. Bitch. And I said it. They're going to always be judged. But that one thing about them trying to judge somebody, they need to be judging their own life. They need to judge their own life. Because see, the same people that's getting on this internet saying the things they saying, if they had a real mother in their life, they would never want that. If they had a mother in their life, they would never want to treat their mother the way that I'm being treated. Okay? Because you all have so much hatred in me, you want everybody to believe what you saying and how you feel because you have so much hatred in me. Take your hatred ass and go climb your ass up under a rock and get stuck under it. Okay? And you might be all right. I gotta plug my phone up. She wanna come on social media. My daughter wanna come on social media and think that she gonna get me. What daughter wanna go war to war on with their mama on social media? What daughter wanna go war to war? That should show you all a full whole character on what the person is really about. What daughter wanna go war to war on social media with their mother? Queen Shine, who said it was your fault? Who said it was your fault? You just choose to get into something that you don't have nothing to do with. You want to make yourself relevant so bad. You want to be this extra troll that you're not gonna intimidate me, person. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, I ain't never put nothing on no internet for you all to come back and tell. My daughter put that shit on the internet, which was lies, okay? I'm not going to sit back and try to justify the lies that she told at all. But you are not going to sit on here and try to tell me anything about me. Well, if you like Bobby Womack and you can't understand, what you really need to be like is like Curious George, and you don't understand. If you go get your Curious George book and go play with Curious George, you might be able to understand. You might be able to understand a few little things. Get you a Curious George book and you might might be able to understand how Curious George worked. Curious George was always out there trying to be curious and always in somebody else's business and going up trees and everything else and hide in between bushes and everything else like you do. That's what Curious George do.
We are expecting strong storms to develop overnight tonight. Any one storm that develops as well.
Guess what I'm going to tell you all? I got all night. You want to know why? Because I'm not retired. I'm retired. I have all night. So y'all want to keep on coming on and saying something? I got all night, boo, because I don't have to get up and go to a job in the morning. Okay, you say that's not what you were saying. You gotta make yourself clear. And I know we just spoke today, Tammy, Miss Need. We just spoke today, so I know that maybe cannot be what you were saying. I understand, Miss Need. And I know we just spoke today, so I know you're not trying to say anything out the ordinary. But, you know, I just hate to tell you, sometimes there's a lot of suspect people I don't know. Well, I can't. I want somebody to make it make sense. Why would my daughter want to join my live so that we can go toe to toe with each other? Who does that? Why would we do that? Why would I do that? Why would I bring my daughter on my live so we can go toe to toe? I'm not trying to go toe to toe with my daughter. They trying to go toe to toe with me, which y'all really don't realize. All right, Miss Need. Much love to you, boo. Call me tomorrow. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. Where did this come from? Queen Sean, you said, Curly said she just wants you to speak your truth. Let me tell you something, Queen Sean. Curly don't want me to speak my truth, okay? She didn't say that. She didn't say that she just want me to speak my truth, all right? She didn't say that. So don't put that out there, okay? Because you know nothing about my family, okay? That I'm not going to tell you about the truth, okay? So don't fuck with me when it comes to that, about the truth. She ain't say that. What you want to know? And who goes war to war with their own mother? Tell me that. Who goes to war with their mother? What is the truth? What is the truth? She don't want me to break down and tell her the real truth, okay? Something I never even spoke to about my daughters, about the truth, okay? But I'm not going to tell you the truth. I'm speaking among my other daughters, all right? So go find you somebody else to play with that messy ass shit you coming on here with. They just messy. They want to hear something. They thought that I was gonna bring her on my live and then we was gonna toe to toe. We was gonna go toe to toe. We was gonna do this. We was gonna do that. Baby, I'm better than you are. I am better than you all ever think I am. Why the hell you think I'm gonna bring my daughter on there so you can have something to go back and run? Because there's a whole lot that I can say, but I choose not to say it. Okay? Exactly, Deborah. And it sure is, Comedian Jazzy. It really is, Comedian Jazzy. It hurts so much. You all really don't know how much this really, 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 really hurt me. You all really don't know how much this really hurt me. You all will never, ever, ever understand. And I can't even explain it to you. I can't explain it to you. I want to, but I can't explain it to you all. I sit back in my own truth and understand in something that I put aside from years ago, 30 years ago, 45 years ago, 20, 40. I don't even know how old my daughters are. But I put all that aside. And I try to blank a whole lot of things out of my mind. And then all of a sudden you want to bring some stuff back up that's not even true because I never spoke on, and I never spoke the truth way back in the day because you all were really kids. Stop playing with me. And there's only one that feels that way. There's no need for you to be praying for the entire family, Jazzy K. Jazzy, don't do that. Don't say that you praying for the entire family. Because the entire family don't need that prayer. All right? The entire family don't need that prayer. People want to pray on things that they shouldn't even be praying on because they don't even know what's going on. They don't know the truth on what's really going on things. Don't do that. Much love to you. I love you, but you know what? Don't sit back and try to take no sides on something that you don't even know about. Something, and that goes for anybody. Y'all want to sit back and take sides. Y'all want to come watch my page. You want to go watch Curly page. You want to go watch Cherie page. I'm the one who started off with this motherfucker right here. Okay? I started off with this. I started off with the Facebook. They followed behind me. And now everything's going to be brand new. And y'all want to sit back and try to look at me as if anybody been following me for a long time, you know who I am already. I started out from 0 followers with me and Chef Man and doing him going to the news media when there was nobody else around. Chase Jackson, go and find you somebody else to play with. Go find you somebody else to play with. You only pray for somebody when you know that things are really going on. What's going on. But you don't sit back and just pray. I'm praying for the entire family because the entire family is not going through that. Okay? So Chase Jackson, go find you somebody else to play with. You say what's evil all you want to. I say what's right when I want to. Okay? Because if you don't know what's going on, you can't say that you praying for the entire family. I don't care what anybody say. I love Jazzy. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. She gonna say what she want to say and how she want to say it. She gonna be who she is. She gonna say what she want to say. So don't try to come up here, Chase Jackson, and think that you get ready to come in between a wedge between Jazzy and I and all that other kind of stuff that you trying to do. Go find you somebody else to play with. I'm just gonna be real. You can't say that you praying for the entire family when you don't know the entire family truth. Okay? But I would appreciate your prayer. All right? I appreciate your prayer. So go find you somebody else to play with. I'm not the one for you to play with. That's why a lot of y'all don't like me, because I'm going to come right back at your ass. Because the thing about me, let me tell you what it is about me. I'm not for the bullshit. Okay? That's your shit. Your thoughts. Your feelings. Your speculating. Your analyzing. Your wanting to be right there instead of minding your own damn business. My mom used to always say, silence is great. And less typing is greater. Chase, you can sit back and say evil all you want to. You the evil one. You the evil one. You not getting ready to hurt my feelings. God know me. You don't know me, boo. You want to know me, but you don't know me. You want to know me. You want to say you're evil. Baby, I'm far from being evil. You're evil for coming on my page and talking evil as shit, okay? But because I come right back at you, you want to call me evil. So you think it's okay for you to come on somebody's page and say what you want to say, and they can't say what they want to say? Go find you somebody else to play with, boo. Evil? I'm far from being evil. Spiteful? You're doing a damn great job at it. It fits you. And you'll never find any grace in your life at all. Exactly. Let's type in just peep game.
That is a very, very serious situation, which we have never seen before.
Let me tell you all something. They want something to be so bad out of me. They want me to be just this bad person. They want me to be this evil person. They want me to be somebody that I'm not. They want me to be somebody that I'm never gonna be. They want me to be somebody that's bent over, on drugs, and I told you that person was doing drugs. I told you that person was doing this. I told you that person. That's what y'all want me to be. You won't catch me like that at all. But y'all want to come on here with 1.1K followers. You want to come on my page, harass my page, and think it's okay. And you want to call somebody evil? Evil is the ones that where it comes from 1.1K subscribers. Oh, let me remove that. It's not subscribers. It's some followers, okay? It's some of them ones that's in the bushes that's bringing the comments all the way up. Y'all love drama, huh? But y'all thought that Curlin was gonna come. I was gonna let Curlin on my page and we was gonna go toe to toe with each other. Baby, I'm not trying to go toe to toe with my daughters. I will never go toe to toe with them at all. You think I'm going to sit on this internet and belittle myself with you and my daughter? No, it's not going to happen. And then you know what? If you all don't see the right between all of this and her wanting to come on my page and her wanting to go toe-to-toe with her mother, if you all don't see the right in this, then you all are just as sad as the next person is, okay? Because there's no way in the world I would go toe-to-toe with any one of my daughters. Okay? What you all need to do is sit back and read between the lines. All right? Read between the lines. I'm not the problem. And I will never be the problem. My daughter can go on her page and say anything that she want to say, but I'm going to tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. She better be careful about what she's saying. Okay? Because I am not that mother at all. I've always been a good mother to them. Don't do that. Don't do it. You did some things. Playing the game with your sister. Against your mother. Against these supporters. And everything else. We're not going to do that.
And I told our great Texas energy workers to very simply drill, baby, drill.
The announcement also comes as oil and gas prices are top of mind. Experts blaming the price fluctuations on the war in the Middle East.
They love it because they've always seen the greatness of the things that I've always did with my grandkids and my daughters and us having fun, us having a good time. Baby, there's so many things that I can say. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to get off of this blue app. But all I want you all to do is recognize real. Okay? Recognize real. All right? Because I will never, and I have never got on this app and said anything out of the ordinary about my daughters. All right? This internet is so freaking evil till it's unreal. Until it's unreal. My daughter sat on her page and asked me like 10 times to come to bring me to my live. Let's talk about it. Why would in the world would I talk about anything on social media with my daughter so she can freaking disrespect me? Show you all how she can disrespect me? Stop playing with me.
The organization's previous polls for the Democratic primary correctly called the Talarico's March primary victory. Check it out. Because these aircraft be the future of travel, the Trump administration is banging on it.
Exactly, Becoming Brittany. I understand exactly where you're coming from, Becoming Brittany, because that's not what my platform has ever been about. It has never been about. But you know what? Jealousy brings a whole lot of that about. Okay? So, I understand, Brittany. I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm not going to take that away from you.
At all, we don't have massive stores that waste your time. So you can shop fast and get home fast. Oh, yes. Everything you know.
Exactly. I did right by not joining her. What am I joining her for? Why am I going to join her? So that she can show you all how she would disrespect her mother? No. Why would I join her? Exactly. Sell your soul. Now, what she don't want me to do? She don't want me to get on social media and talk about her. Okay? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be who I am, not who the next person want me to be. Now, I can get on social media and say a whole lot, and it would change a whole lot of y'all's mind, but I'm not gonna do that. All right? I'm going to be a mother first. And let her be a hateful daughter second. Okay? She been feeling this way just as much as her sister been. They too. Remember when her sister said that they was just like this? They was just like this. They do anything. We should never part. Y'all pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And pay attention to the other two. Okay? Pay attention to the finger crossing. All right?
Life sounds pretty great. Don't let bugs ruin it. Bugs driving is drunk driving. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let bugs ruin it. Bugs driving is drunk driving.
Jacqueline, you just said sometimes secrets kept as protection will come back to bite you later. Jacqueline, what do you mean about secrets? Sometimes secrets kept as protection will come back to bite you. The only way a secret's gonna come back to bite you is if the next person have something within them own self that they cannot forget. So ain't a goddamn thing coming back to bite me, bitch. So get your ass off my page with that bullshit. Cause ain't nothing gonna come back to bite me. Cause I ain't never did nothing to my daughters. And for the person that co-signed for that, Curlin Hill, and you don't know what the hell is going on, I don't have to tell my daughters anything. Protection is protection. It don't have nothing to do with no damn secrets. Okay? It don't have a damn thing to do with secrets. It has something to do with protection. Now, when a person sit back in their life and they keep dwelling on the same thing over and over and over and over and over, that's within themselves. It's not, don't have anything to do with protection. That's how much you don't know, Jacqueline Crawford. You don't know a goddamn thing. Don't tell me a damn thing about no protection and secrets. Because I ain't never kept a secret. But what I kept was protection. There's a big difference between protection and secrets. It wasn't never a secret, okay? It was always protection. So go find your protection ass and go find you somebody else's page to go fucking play with. Curly, get your messy ass off my page. Get your messy ass off my page. You think your own kids never tell me how you was on your phone talking about me to your supporters? Get your messy ass off my page. Get your messy ass off my page. You been talking about me to your supporters on your phone. Your own kids told me that. Let me get up off of here so I can get that girl off.